The defense has been getting dominated so far in fall camp through two scrimmage games, giving up tons of big yardage, giving up chunk plays left and right. What's going on, people? What is going on? But what if I told you that the defense isn't as bad as they're looking right now? You wouldn't believe me, I know, would you? Would there be a top five SEC defense? Hell no, not a chance. But they may not have to. They may not have to be. And I'll explain why here in just a moment. But hold up. Before we get into it, please be kind and smash that like button, people. We gladly appreciate it. And if you like the channel, please subscribe and feel free to share your thoughts and opinions. Now, let's get into it. So, my hot take of the moment is there is absolutely no shadow of a doubt that I believe the Hogs offense will be at the top of the SEC conference this season. I'll say it again for the people in the back. There is absolutely no shadow of a doubt that I believe that the Hogs offense will be at the top of the SEC conference this season. I say that because this offensive line has the pieces in play to be a very special unit for the Hogs in 2025. It all starts up front. You know, we heard Bobby Petrino speak about this whenever he spoke to the media on last Tuesday. And I quote, he said, it all starts with the offensive line. So let's speak a moment about the offensive line. The offensive line is returning the majority of the players that they had last year. So typically, when you return players on the offensive line, you bring back a sense of cohesiveness and you bring back a sense of togetherness. And those guys have been in wars before. And I believe that they all took it upon themselves and they set the tone and they worked. Omarion Harris. Omarion gained 30 pounds this offseason. He was at 275. Now he's at 305, 310. He's bigger. He's stronger. He's more powerful. He's locking in at the right tackle spot. But then you got Big Shaq McCroy from Oregon, who's a monster, 6'8", 375 pounds. You know, backing him up. They're competing. Then you got Kobe Brannon is looking like a stud, everybody's saying, at the right guard to solidify the right guard spot. We got an experienced center playing center. And then you got your best offensive lineman last year in Fernando Carmona playing the left guard, moving him from the tackle spot, and you go in the portal and you get the best pass blocking tackle in Corey Robinson III. And when you add that all up, that makes for a good offensive line. A lot of experience and a lot of cohesiveness. The guys love each other. And then you take the leadership of Taylor Green, making the right decisions if he's allowed time. And then you go to the weapons. The running back, Mike Washington, is better than anybody has ever imagined. I mean, he's looking like he could be the one of the best SEC running backs in the whole SEC right now. And we didn't expect that. We thought that Braylon Russell was going to be the guy. And that's not to say that Braylon Russell ain't the guy. But now you got two guys that you believe in and possess the talent to really be a force. And then you got all the options out at wide receiver. Omega Blake, C.J. Brown, Jalen Brown, Braylon Sharp, Cam Shanks. I mean, we got weapons all over the field. And when you put Taylor Green in Bobby's Petrino offense for the second year, where he knows and understands everything, he's going to be able to move this offense with a sense of efficiency that we've never seen. And all I can say is get ready for it. The last 2 years, the offensive line has been more of a weakness than a strength. However, this year's line brings experience, talent, and athleticism. So we're going to listen to Fernando Carmona. We're going to listen to him speak, and we're going to see what he thinks about this explosive offense that the Hogs currently have this year.
Way ahead where we were last year. And I think it starts with Taylor Green and his decision making. And then it kind of goes down to the offense line of giving time for Taylor. And then from there, I have ultimate trust in the wide receivers that we have in our tight ends. And yeah, it just kind of, it's obviously starts up front, and then Taylor taking care of the right reads. And yeah, no, we're a lot better. I really don't know exactly what to pinpoint it. Maybe the leadership, maybe us coming back for the second year, but yeah, it's exciting offense. You guys are going to really enjoy it.
So, I mean, pretty much everything that I said myself. For the most part, Carmona believes that the offense is special. He believes that this year, the experience, the leadership, and understanding really what they have to do. Going through the SEC the way that they did last year, it did more good when you look at it from a long term perspective to the offensive linemen because they already understand what to do and what level they need to go to. So let's talk a little bit about the defense real quick. The defense returns Cam Ball on the defensive line. But other than that, we have about 5 or 6 guys on the defensive line with not much playing time and experience. Not much experience is going to basically uh, bring a sense of lack of continuity. And it's like the exact opposite of what the offense is really bringing now because they have the continuity. So when you bring in, a lot of guys, you have Quincy Rhodes who's been with the team, but still, you still have to see him produce. There's nobody around, Cam Ball that has done anything. Not saying that they won't do anything, but that could be a reason why this defensive line is getting dominated by this offensive line so far in fall camp. And then when you go to the linebackers, Xavier Sori is dealing with the hamstring thing, and you have a host of new players in I would call a makeshift secondary, a lot of inexperience as far as with the system, trying to figure out what's going on against that experienced quarterback in Taylor Green and the offensive philosophy of Bobby Petrino. So now when you throw all these elements into it, with them just coming together now, I see why the defense is struggling. I mean, it doesn't mean that they're going to just struggle for the rest of the year, but right now these guys don't understand what's going on. I mean, they're just not up to speed right now. That's basically it. The offense is. The offense is, way further along. But a lot of that has to do with the leadership that the offense had coming back. So if you think about it from that perspective, it makes a lot of sense. And it's okay, people. It's gonna be all right. The defense will make strides to get better over time. I guarantee you that. But the offense will have to lead the way. and control the line of scrimmage and ultimately keep the defense off the field as much as possible. If the offense is as lethal as everybody thinks it is, then the defense, if they didn't give up touchdowns and just allowed field goals, that would still be good enough for us to win. So it's not like they have to just be a top 5 defense for us to be successful this year. Um, there's many defenses that do what we call bend and don't break. You might give up yards because you're not as strong on the line of scrimmage, but when you get in the red zone, you tighten up, and you don't allow touchdowns easy, and you make them have to take the 3 because right now our offense is looking like an offense that can get 7. So I think it'll all come together. But the truth is that many defenses have been effective, I should say, in the past and maybe giving up yards, but not touchdowns. The bend don't break does work, but your offense has to be far superior to make sure that they don't turn the ball over and put the defense in bad positions, as well as making sure that they score touchdowns and put 7 points on the board. So it's still enough time for it all to come together. So the ceiling hasn't fallen just yet on the season, people. T. Will is too brilliant of a mind to not figure anything out for this defense. So my final take about this whole scrimmage and where we are as a team, I feel like this. 3 weeks into fall camp, we are now past 2 fall scrimmages, and my biggest takeaway from camp is that the offense is heads and shoulders better than the defense. This is a year 2 Bobby Petrino's offense with a 5-year senior, Taylon Green, and not including a nice mix of returning experience that appears to have a sense of togetherness and cohesion. They understand what is expected, and the communication is the biggest difference in the offensive line, according to most coaches. If this offensive line in total offense stays healthy, it can arguably be the best offense in the Southeastern Conference. And that is saying a hell of a lot, people. So there you have it. I gave you context and I gave you clarity to what and why we are seeing what we're seeing so far in practice with the defense struggling right now. It's really not surprising. If you understand football, it's simple. So if you enjoyed this episode, please smash that like button. And if you might like to stay in tune with the Sports Zone podcast, pretty please subscribe to the channel, the Wine Boss channel, and share the content. So, till the next time, people, y'all be safe. We out of here.